All right, we're getting straight to it today because this is important. On February 12th, 2026, Apple pushed out a really urgent security update for, well, pretty much everything they make. And nope, this is not one of those fun updates with new emojis. This is a serious fix for a major security flaw, which tells you just how fast these kinds of threats are evolving. So I know what you're thinking. Is my iPhone, my Mac, my watch, is it secretly at risk? Look, the short answer is, if you haven't updated, then yeah, it could be. And it's really important that you understand exactly why. And this is the part that you really need to hear. This is not some theoretical problem a researcher found in a lab somewhere. Apple themselves have said this vulnerability is being actively exploited in the wild. You know what that means? It means right now, as we speak, attackers are using this exact flaw to target people's devices. This is real. Okay, so let's break down what we're actually dealing with here. The whole threat is centered around something called a zero-day vulnerability. Now, I know that sounds super technical, but trust me, the idea behind it is actually pretty straightforward. So, 0 day. What in the world does that mean? Think about it like this. A bank builds a brand new, super high-tech vault. But on the very first day it opens, we'll call that day 0. A thief figures out there's a tiny secret flaw in the lock that even the builders didn't know about. That's a 0 day. The bad guys found a way in before the good guys even knew there was a problem to fix. So, what can an attacker do with a flaw like this? They can pull off something called arbitrary code execution. The best way to picture this is to imagine your phone follows a recipe for every single thing it does. Well, an attacker uses this flaw to sneak in and change one of the steps in that recipe to something like, and now just hand over the keys to the house. It lets them run any command they want, basically giving them total control of your device from the inside out. Now, for those of you who like to get into the weeds, the official tracking number for this thing is CVE 2026-20700. It's what's called a memory corruption issue. Just imagine your device's memory is like a wall of mailboxes for instructions. This flaw lets an attacker stuff a malicious instruction into the wrong mailbox. That confuses the whole system and lets them sneak in their own commands. It's a sneaky way they get that really dangerous level of control. All right, so enough of the technical stuff. Let's get practical. You get the threat, but the biggest question is, are your devices, the ones you use every day, actually affected? Let's go through the list right now so you can check. Okay, take a good look here because this list is pretty wide. We're talking about iPhones from the 11 all the way up to the latest models, and even a separate patch for older ones like the iPhone XS and XR. It also covers Macs running Tahoe, your Apple TV, your Apple Watch if it's a Series 6 or newer, and yep, even the new Vision Pro is on the list. So just scan down, find your device, and see which update you need to be looking for. Okay, so if you just saw your device on that list, please do not panic. The fix is here and it is super straightforward. This is where you get to take back control. So let's walk through the action plan step by step to get all your stuff secured right now. Come on, let's do this. First up, the big ones, your iPhone and iPad. This is probably the one you want to do immediately. Just grab it, open up Settings, then tap on General and go to Software Update. Your device will see the patch waiting for you, just hit Install. And hey, here's a pro tip. While you're in there, do your future self a huge favor and just turn on automatic updates. All right, now for your Mac. It's just as easy. Go up to that little Apple menu in the top left corner of your screen, go to System Settings, then General, and you'll see Software Update. Oh, and a quick heads up. If you're on an older version of macOS, that might say System Preferences instead. Just click Update Now and you are good to go. And don't forget about your wrist. For your Apple Watch, you're going to use the Watch app on your iPhone. Same deal, go to General, then Software Update. Now there are two really important things here. Make sure your watch is actually on its charger and keep it close to your iPhone while the update happens. It needs both of those things to work. And last but not least for movie night. On your Apple TV, just open up the Settings app, navigate over to System, then Software Updates, and choose Update Software. It'll find the patch and do the rest for you. See? Simple as that. So you did it. You've installed the patch, and that is awesome. You've closed that door. But you know, real long-term security isn't just about one fix. It's about building smart habits. The digital world doesn't stand still, so staying safe means we have to be proactive, not just reactive. So let's talk about building that long-term security mindset. Here are a few simple but honestly super powerful habits to get into. Just restarting your devices once a week can work wonders for clearing out potential issues. Being super skeptical of random links and attachments? That's just cybersecurity 101.
And please remember, Apple will never send you a pop-up asking for your password or telling you to click some link to fix a threat. And hey, if you handle really sensitive information, you might even want to look into Apple's lockdown mode.
But let's bring it all back to the most urgent point of all this. All those other tips are great for the long haul. But right now, today, the single most important, most critical thing you can do to protect yourself from this specific, active threat is to go into your settings and install these updates. Seriously.
And that kind of leaves us with one last thing to think about. Updating your software is like putting a brand new, stronger lock on your front door. That's great, but are you still leaving the back window wide open? An event like this is the perfect reminder that our digital safety really depends just as much on our daily habits as it does on the software we run. So what's one habit you can change starting today?